Asriel, thank you for joining us. First of all, as I said, there are different groups of people who use that phrase, Black Hebrew, Black Israelite. What is your reaction when you see this group in Brooklyn marching in the streets and chanting, "We are the real Jews"? What is your reaction to that?
Let me first of all say good evening to you, good evening to your listening and viewing audience, and shalom from Israel. You see, there's a problem with the idea of viewing us as Black Hebrew Israelites, because all that says is that there is a distinction or separation between Hebrew Israelites or Judeans or Jews generally. If there was no separation, and there would be no need to say Black Hebrew Israelites or Black Jews or anything like that. But you would be able to simply say, we're all Hebrews, we're all Jews, we're all Judeans, we're all part of the house of Israel. And so my reaction to that is that simply we need to, first of all, focus on the reason why we have to have these different connotations to mean the same thing, and who has created this separation that causes us to now be viewed as Black Hebrew Israelites. So I never hear anyone says these are the white Jews, or these are the white Israelites, or these are the white Judeans. We just simply say these are the Jews, these are Hebrew Israelites, and these are Judeans. But why, when referring to us, do they have to add the prefix of Black to that name? That's something that's more interesting to me, and that's what I would like to actually hear.
Well, first of all, that is, from what we understand, that was a terminology originally used by members of the group itself. And
we've never, excuse me, let me correct you. We've never used that terminology. And when we arrived to Israel in 1968, the first group of us, we said that we are Hebrew Israelites returning back to our original homeland, and we are descendants of the ancient Hebrew Israelites. Abraham was a Hebrew. Jacob and all of his 12 tribes were Israelites. So we're descendants of Abraham and Isaac and Jacob. And so we've never referred to ourselves as such.
The question,
Israel.
I understand that, Asriel. I understand. So the question I would say other Jews might have, a Jew like myself, am I also a descendant of those original Hebrew Israelite tribes?
We've never said no one else wasn't. We've always said that we know who we are, and we're returning back to the land to reconnect with all of the house of Israel, our brothers and sisters, wherever they may come back from the world. We've always had the issue here. We have been the ones who've been deported and who've been demeaned, and we've been the one who've been kind of casted aside. So I don't think that question should actually come to us. We should be asking the opposite. Why have the Hebrew Israelites never been included
That's a legitimate question. I don't have an answer, but let me ask you, there are those in the community, and I'm not saying in Israel, but we see the footage of them there in Brooklyn chanting, "We are the real Jews." So what is your message to those people who have been chanting that in Brooklyn as well?
I have a general message, not to only those people, but to the people here as well, to the people who say that we are usurpers of this identity, and we're not Hebrews, and we have no connection to the house of Israel and to the house of Jacob. My message is one. We all are one people, whether there were people who converted or there were people who are from the direct lineage, direct descendants. We're all one people, and we're all coming under one umbrella to accept the identity of our ancient patriarchs. And so once we could be able to all agree that there's foundational understanding and traditions and morals and responsibilities for being from the house of Israel, then we could all be able to accept everyone regardless to your skin color.
I understand your point. Let me ask you, is your community in direct contact with those communities still in the United States? Like, for example, the one in Brooklyn that we see in the footage that we've just been showing?
We're in contact with everybody in order to bring a message of healing. We have 54 years of experience in Israel, living amongst the Israeli society, giving of ourselves to Israel in order to build and to sustain the state. We have 100% enlistment into the military. We've represented Israel fighting against the BDS and fighting against all of the delegitimizing of Israel. So we are the ones that could actually bring the 54 years of experience that we have in order to be able to gather the whole house of Israel and make sure that we all could be able to sit at the table as one and to get over our differences, to overcome the differences, and to see what do we agree on and to work from there in order to heal the whole house of Israel.
Right. But again, we're just going at, is this a message you say to those of your brethren who are still in the United States? For example, those in Brooklyn?
Absolutely. We say it to everyone.
All right, I understand. Well, certainly this is a complex subject, and Asher Moore of the, I'll say, Hebrew Israelite community in Dimona, thank you for